And you know what? There is one thing I do want to talk about. It's completely off what we're talking about here. You ever get into a position where you have this anticipation for a game?
Beers of War Gaming Podcast.
You want to play it, and then you see these other YouTubers or some other TV influencers getting first crack at the game and stuff like that, and then you see it on your feed and everything, and they're talking about what to expect from this game or what to not to do and this and that and blah 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 blah. Or if you haven't even bought the game when it already came out, and you find yourself on Facebook just scrolling through and you're seeing an article on it, but you don't want to read it, you just want to keep going and stuff like that. You guys ever come across something like that? Because like I paid $100 for this Final Fantasy Rebirth game because I got like some Ultimate Special Edition and whatnot. But as soon as the game comes out, people just got to post that stuff constantly and everything. It's like you're ruining it for other people that haven't played it yet and everything. And it's just kind of hard to go through, and you see a little bit of the lettering, but like, oh, get out of your head, get out of your head. You didn't see that, you just keep going and going and going and going and going and stuff like that. So my question is, how does that make you feel, as a gamer and everything, especially if you haven't even gotten the game yet, but you want to play it and everything? Do you feel like it's really going to spoil it for you or whatnot? Or is it something that you really want to catch up and read on? Because there are some people that would rather just go and read it instead of just playing the game and experiencing it themselves. I, on the other hand, want to play the game and experience it, and I want to be surprised. I want to be, enthralled in the game and everything. I don't want to have expectations that I already know what's going to happen. So what do you guys think? That's been on my mind.
I know it's frustrating when you're constantly fighting and seeing those spoilers and those videos, especially right as the game released and all these people are in it. I mean, that's just the side effect of the YouTube content creator generation. Yeah. I mean, those people who get the early access got the viewers. They're probably dragging in some revenue. These developers feel like they get enough views that it'll justify giving them an early release copy. So, yeah, that's part of the downfall of it. I'm not as big as buying games day one as you guys are. Now, occasionally there might be something that comes across that I got to get day one. So, like Arc 2 officially drops. Yeah, I'll probably get it day one. Different games here and there might be something I'll get that I'll get into day one. But if it's something that drops, I might, before I'm on the fence, I may watch some videos, may get some feedback from some of you guys, stuff like that.
Now, to answer your question though, I think we've got to get past the point. I think it behooves gamers. What behooved me was, I think it behooves gamers. It's in their best interest to find out what they like themselves. I watch a lot of reviews, and because especially now with games being $70, I want to know what the game looks like, how it plays, whether or not I'll enjoy it. And so much of the gaming, quote unquote, journalism, the individual journalism, which is kind of what we're doing here. We're three guys talking about gaming. It comes from the angle of everything sucks. So even if the game is good, someone come out with, this is why I hate Uncharted 4. Whatever you come up with why you hate Uncharted 4, that game's a masterpiece. Whatever, well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like Skull and every game that comes out now, it seems that there's some video or 3 or 4 videos about why the game is so bad. And so that's when I kind of go back to the community and see what the community thinks if I'm on the fence about buying a game. And if it's something I know I'm going to buy day one,
that's the great thing about being a gamer, though, is like you can forward your opinion. You're not doing it to gain attention or anything. It may be just because you genuinely don't like the Uncharted series. Weird. I mean, and in my profession, what I do and everything like that, I tell people all the time, not every device is created equally. It's all a matter of preference and everything. And that's what I love about the gaming community, because you can hear different opinions and different advices about why they like it or why they don't like it and everything. And if somebody says they hate Gears of War and they can't stand it, I'd rather play Halo or anything, I'm like, you know what? That's fine. You know, everybody parties in their own way when it comes to games and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure Uncharted series is a masterpiece, and I will be mastering it one day. I got all the games now, most of them anyways, and I will be playing them. One day I'll be playing Mass Effect, and I encourage, you know, Matilda to play straight through all the at least the trilogy of the Gears of War series, just to kind of figure out, you know, why I like it and everything. You know, I try to do that. You know, I try to take it with a grain of salt with whatever people want to play and everything. The only games that to me that other people like Fortnite, I'm not a battle royale kind of guy when it comes to that kind of stuff. I tried it. I didn't like it, but other people like it and everything. And like I said, everybody parties in their own way when it comes to gaming. That's really what it is to me.
I think a lot of it, though, is us being in the older group, our gaming taste, like Spigness said, was we grew up on single-player games. I still want to say the first online game that I ever played, that I can remember playing, was I used to play Battlefield 2 on my PlayStation 2. That, and then I used to get my ass kicked in Madden, but online. But those are the two games I can really remember playing constantly online. Once I got the adapter for the PlayStation 2, got a fast enough modem to play it. That's what I played.
That was your first multiplayer?
First, like, online multiplayer type game.
Okay.
So we're more, so we grew up with the single player games, and if we're playing multiplayer, it was split screen or the same person on the same screen and stuff like that. Now it's just like, and I think it is the younger groups were brought up on the multiplayer multiplayer open world games and stuff like the Minecrafts and the Fortnites and the PUBGs and Call of Duty. And I think that's what they're trying to cater to. But then on the flip side, you get games that come out that are still hits, single player games. So I think that's what these developers and these publishers, and they're trying, when they're coming up with concepts, is I think that's what they're trying to balance out. You got to take it. Do we want to make this a multiplayer game, or we want to make a single player game? We know EA, based off of them cutting out that Mandalorian game, they want all their games multiplayer. But then you get the developers of No Man's Sky, who's working on a game. Yeah, it might be multiplayer, but it's going to be a smaller, compact multiplayer. I mean, hell, when I played No Man's Sky, even though it was multiplayer, there may be times where I go 2 or 3 hours without running another character.
All I could hear was Bane's voice saying, "I was born in multiplayer. You were formed in the single player. Your way of life is obsolete." Fellas, let's lift him up. All right. From headquarters, from the library, and from the control room, Beers of War headquarters. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching another great episode of the Beers of War podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. And gentlemen, if you drink, may you drink with me.
I mean, honestly, if I had a PlayStation 5 right now, based off of what I've been seeing Kevin talking about, I would definitely go just drop the money on Helldivers 2.
Do it.
But I don't have PlayStation 5 yet.
Beers of War Gaming Podcast.